Do you still hunger for the world? Do you still thirst to be with sinners where sinners go? There's only one reason. There's not two reasons. If you're saved, if you begin to hunger for evil again, for wicked company, for wicked places, for wicked things, to go into the devil's houses, to feast from the devil's table with the devil's people, from the things the devil holds out to satisfy his people. You hunger and thirst, if you begin after you're saved to hunger and thirst for these things and go to these places and take up these things that the devil gives to the devil's people, and you're saved, there's one reason, not two. You neglected this book. You starved yourself from the food that would satisfy you. Otherwise you would never, ever thirst for these things again, or these places, or these people. You neglected feeding from the food that will strengthen you. As newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the Word, that you may grow thereby. This is how you grow when you're first saved. This is how you grow till the day you die. It's the Word of God that strengthens you, that feeds you daily. I've come to regard thy Word more than my necessary food. You can't starve yourself from the only food that will strengthen you. Wherewithal shall the young man cleanse his way? By taking heed according to thy Word. Thy Word have I hid within my heart, that I might not sin against thee. You see, sin will keep me from the Bible, but the Bible will keep me from sin. And there's no other way. You can try 1,000 ways. I guarantee you, until you try this way, you will never, ever cease to thirst for the world and the devil's things again. It will come with a vengeance. If you starve yourself here, you've got to get some food. And you'll be amazed what you resort to satisfy a starving heart and mind. Don't deprive yourself of this book. Man shall not live by bread alone, by food anymore. Once you're saved, it stops. But by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. You live by this, God says. You come to regard this more than my necessary food. I've come to regard thy Word more important, more vital for my survival. Because this survival means more to me than physical survival. If you're saved, and you have not kept yourself pure because you neglected this book, that's the only reason. Get right with God by confessing, considering your plight and the grief you've become to God and what you are losing of integrity in your own conscience and self-respect, little or others. And because you consider what you've heard tonight, and you seek God afresh, confessing to God what you've done, and turn from it in your heart as best as you can. God expects nothing more. That's all God wants. He will restore you. He promises mercy and restoration to a vital walk with God, a relationship with Christ that is maintained 100% through this book. Don't doubt this now. The other things, if you really have to put in the scales what they really do to influence you for God, no matter what you want to tell me influence you for God, if 1% is really what keeps you true, I'm surprised. It's this book. Don't neglect this book for anything. And you will never thirst for the world again. Never. Or hunger for evil again. To the degree you soak yourself in this book is the greatest discipline of your life. To that degree, God is first. And only to that degree. Or God is way down the line. If you neglect this for evil or anything else. Start the day reading Psalm 1 and live it. Then I dare you, if you've got time, to go to Psalm 119. Every single verse tells you why you need to read the Bible to stay strong, and warns you what will happen if you don't. Every single verse in its context is about this book. So Psalm 1, Psalm 119, then you got to be pretty thick in your mind, as it were, to not devour the scriptures before anything in your day, to keep yourself pure and not be partakers of other men's sins as you walk through this wicked world. You need to ask God's forgiveness if you've been affected by this world and neglected this book. I want to ask you right now to stand and say, God, it's me you're speaking to. I am confessing it. And I am turning. And I am determined from now onwards this book will be my greatest discipline in life, that I never thirst again. I dare you to stand up and say, it's me you're speaking to, God. Anyone that's that honest.